mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution, we believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us.
Hey guys, my name is Modi and you are welcome to Modi Speaks. So yeah, we all witnessed the drama together, okay? All the victimhood drama, acting like their son was the one who senselessly lost his life. We all saw all the unnecessary acting and weeping from these actors, the husband and the wife. If you are new to this case, you will even think that these two individuals are the ones who lost their son to a senseless killer. They think crying and acting heartbroken on camera is going to exonerate Karmelo, their son. They think the law looks at your tears before making her verdict. They were hoping to sway the decision of the court by emotionally manipulating the public. But they are quickly realizing that that is not how things work in the legal system. You see, when this news first broke, so many airheads and divisive individuals came on the internet to spew the story however they want, okay? Oh, Karmelo is innocent. He was defending himself. Texas law states that you have the right to defend yourself. Oh, the two white boys tried to jump him and that was why he defended himself by killing one of them. The white boys effed around and they rightfully found out. There was a lot of ignorant remarks from left, right and center. It was so annoying watching them spew all sorts of rubbish and thinking that the case is going to be judged based on the lies they are spreading. But currently, everyone is slowly finding out that it doesn't actually work that way. But anyway, I digress. Today, we're going to be discussing the fact that Karmelo Anthony has been indicted with first-degree murder and that his parents are claiming inability to take care of the financial elements of his case. And therefore, they are claiming indigent and have even went further to increase Karmelo's GiveSendGo goal to almost $1.4 million. Oh, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is so hilarious. According to the Daily Mail, Anthony's latest court docket has asked for taxpayer-funded legal counsel for his trial, despite a recent fundraiser that raised almost $600,000. Outrageously, the family raised their fundraising goal to $1.4 million, with the Anthonys saying some of the cash would go on trauma counseling. Yeah. Sarah Fields, an investigative journalist, went more in depth. She says, breaking. Karmelo Anthony submitted an indigent packet to Collin County Court requesting court-appointed legal representation as an indigent, in brackets, financially destitute defendant. However, just 24 hours ago, the Anthony family updated their GiveSendGo campaign to reflect a need to raise an additional $1.4 million for a legal team. Karmelo Anthony's mother, Kayla Hayes, who manages the GiveSendGo, stated on April 17th, that was 2 months ago, that they had just gained access to the funds. At the time, they had already raised $350,000. The fundraiser has now reached $538,000. According to a source, their current known attorney, Mike Howard, is more than likely charging a retainer fee of $10,000 to $30,000 and charges $400 to $500 per hour. Where did the money go? Why do they need $1.4 million? Will they be granted indigence and appointed attorney with a GiveSendGo of that magnitude? Is this considered fraud? And below you can see the evidence of the indigent packet they filed. Now, this family, who should be swimming in cash right now, are asking for a taxpayer-funded public defendant, despite the fact that they are in possession of over $530,000, which they got from people donating to their GiveSendGo. And to make matters worse, they are asking for more money on their GiveSendGo. They are hoping to make a total of $1,400,000 free money, money they never labored for, okay? I have a question, folks. What exactly did they do with close to $600,000? What? Okay? And it's barely 2 months. How can you blow through over $500,000 in just 2 months? Money that was given to you by gullible white-hating individuals because you told them you were going to use it to service your killer son's legal fees. Now remember, their initial GiveSendGo was talking about assistance for Karmelo Anthony's legal fees, okay? Help us secure more funds for his legal fees, okay? But currently, now they have squandered the legal fees money on a new house, in a gated apartment, and on a new car, and who knows what other things. They didn't have the good sense and the discipline to keep the money for Karmelo's legal fees, which was the reason they gave their donators in the first place. So now they have exponentially hiked up their GiveSendGo goal, okay? They are now claiming that the money they now need is not just for legal fees, but for other miscellaneous expenses like transportation, trauma counseling, and maybe even daily food. Literally, they are tasking the public with the responsibility of taking care of their entire family. This is what they wrote on their GiveSendGo. The Anthony family would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has supported us through this unimaginable tragedy. Thank you all for your prayers, letters, donations, and unwavering encouragement. Today, we received the official news that the Collin County District Attorney has indicted our son, your nephew, your friend, your neighbor. How emotionally manipulative, okay? Oh God. This is a moment we hoped we would never face, yet one we've been preparing for throughout these long and painful months. Through it all, you, our community, have been our strength, okay? Your support has reminded us that we are not alone. Your love has helped us stand in the face of heartbreak, threats, and misinformation. Now, as the legal process moves forward toward trial, we enter an even more intense phase, one that will demand everything from us emotionally, financially, and spiritually. We are not here to try this case on social media, but that's what you've been doing with all the cryings and all the emotional manipulations. That's what you've been doing, okay? We are not interested in online arguments or judgments from those who do not know the full story. We are only interested in online arguments of those who are supporting our case, even without knowing the full story. Yeah. Karmelo will defend himself in a court of law, not in the court of public opinion. I've heard this too many times. Say something else. Some may wonder what this fund is truly for, and we want to clarify with transparency and honesty. These funds are being used to cover our essential and urgent needs that have arisen as a result of this tragic situation, including but not limited to safe relocation of our family after repeated threats and the public leaking of our address, basic living expenses as we've had to uproot our lives, transportation to and fro court proceedings, trauma-informed counseling for our entire family, enhanced security measures, wow, and critically retaining qualified legal counsel and a thorough, fair investigative team. Even when you are going for a public defender, you said you wanted an indigent packet. Anyway, yeah, please give us more money so we can maintain our newly acquired high-class living. We need money for transportation, food, living expenses, some quality clothing, our other kids' upkeep. Just basically take care of us, okay? You guys should just donate to us, okay? Donate your hard-earned money to us so we can have a comfortable life, a life that you cannot even afford. It is safe to say that we now live in a society where your skin color determines if your problems are for the community or for you to bear, okay? We live in a society where when your unruly, hard-headed child brings problem to you as their parent, it no longer falls on you as a parent to deal with that burden that your horrible child brought home to you. By virtue of your skin color, and if you play your race grifting cards right, the community will bear the burden and literally take care of you and your unruly child for a long, long time. That is where we are in today's society. I used to remember I used to remember a time when parents used to be worried about their kids getting into trouble or causing trouble, because that would mean that they also get to be in trouble themselves. The parents also get to be in trouble because the parents would expend their hard-earned money and resources trying to fix that situation. But today, never mind where the money is coming from, okay? Once we mention white supremacy and systemic racism and systemic oppression, black fools are gonna be scrambling to give us all the money we need and even more. So honestly, I don't really blame the Karmelo family and whatever for asking for all this money and using it on anything but legal fees. I blame the gullible fools who think they are fighting a racial fight by donating money to a black boy who killed a white boy. Now, talking about Karmelo's family claiming indigent, which means they are impoverished and unable to pay for the legal fees. Now, for them to claim indigent is quite telling, and it can only mean two things, okay? One, they are too greedy to use all that money that their supporters donated to take care of Karmelo's legal fees. They've spent it all on vanity, like an exponentially expensive luxury home in a gated apartment, luxury cars, etc. And two, they already know the futility of this case. They know their son can't win this case because he is not innocent of the crime. And so they see no need in wasting all that money on a case that is doomed to be lost. At least they can hold on to the cash and always visit their son in prison, as opposed to losing all the money and also their son going to jail. Because for them to claim indigent and express interest in getting a public offender to represent their son in such an important case, that shows their resignation to the truth, and that truth might point towards their son being a guilty murderer, okay? I mean, any parent at all who find themselves in such a situation would want the best lawyer representing the case, not some public offender. So it is really quite telling that this family is declaring Karmelo indigent, even if he's supposed to be financially stable, when you think about all the money that was donated to him, not to his parents, not to his siblings or for family upkeep, but for his legal battle, okay? It is also telling that they are now trying to involve a public defender to take over such an important case, or something that is supposed to be an important case. All this shows that these guys are just milking the situation and making money off of the issue. It also suggests that they understand that their son is doomed in this case. He strongly might not be innocent, and they already know that. Remember, they just want to release the video covering this incident to the public. Why once they release the video? And I don't want you to tell me that there were so many minors around the vicinity of that incident, okay? If that video actually favored their narrative, it would have been all over the internet, okay? It would have been everywhere. Everybody would have seen it by now. And yes, they can still blur the faces of the minors to preserve their privacy if that is the problem here. But they just want to show us the video because that is not the problem, okay? That is not really the problem. The problem is that that video doesn't favor their case. Anyway, we are still following this news and we will see how everything turns out. For now, these are just my thoughts and my opinions, and I would love to hear yours in the comment section, so do that, but do so respectfully. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. Subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video to keep people informed, and consider joining my membership or supporting the channel in any way that you can. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. For now, peace.